So this is just a quick introduction to my 1970 Trans Am, and as my channel name suggests, it's a car that I've pretty much been obsessed with since I was a child. And when I was small, my dad had a 1972 Formula, and I've absolutely loved these cars. I have previously owned a 1978 Bandit tribute car, which I owned for about 10 years, but I always wanted a bullnose. They're pretty rare in the UK, and nice ones are even rarer. So when this one came up sort of 3 months ago, sorry, it was something I couldn't sort of say no to. So here she is. So the car came to the UK 2 years ago. It was the subject of quite an extensive restoration in the US before it came over. I've just sort of carried on with fettling around the edges and just small jobs. No matter how much restoration's done on cars, there's still always things that you can improve on. So I've just done things like panel alignment. Some of that I've improved, just re-shimmed. I know these cars weren't great when they came out the factory, but say there was areas like that I've improved on the car. I've got this week I put the filler panel in between the radiator support and the nose cone, which I think makes it look really nice under there. I've got the fan shroud I want to do, take that out at some point and repaint it. It's just a little bit blotchy. But yeah, generally the car, I've been ripping out pretty much every nut and bolt from the body, polishing it, greasing it, putting it back in. Any little bits of surface rust in some of the gaps along the wings, just compounding it out and then filling it up with silicone spray to help prevent it. I mean, I'm not intending on taking the car out in the rain, but even just cleaning it, any moisture, it does, on a white car, it does tend to show up the slightest little bit of surface rust. So I've pretty much gone round the whole car. So as I said, every nut and bolt removed, polished on a wire wheel, greased, put back on. I have put the year one 17-inch wheels on, which I absolutely love on these bullnose cars. I think they're brilliant, but I still have the original Rally 2 JW coated wheels with the polyglass tyres, which will stay with the car. So it's a numbers matching engine, gearbox. I've been decoding things like the alternator, that's correct to 1970. The quadrajet is original to the year. The radiator tag, I know it's been recalled, but the original radiator tag, that's still 1970. So the car does retain a lot of originality. It does have, I believe, quite a rare interior colour, sandalwood, which again, it's been done really nice. Again, a few areas I'd like to improve on, just things like the seat backs I'd like to repaint. I've done things like the glove box. The inner glove box here, that was all covered in surface rust, so I retained the original sticker and repainted that satin black, and rivets and stuff like that in it. Put some USBs and the glove box light in. But yeah, a lot of it's just been things like taking the AM radio out, got that working, nuts and bolts again from interior, bezel screws, stuff like that, just polished up. Put some new speakers in, because your dash speaker is a nightmare to get to and was just totally knackered. And then the centre console had 2 holes previously drilled in it there, so I thought, well, either someone else has done the same as me, or I'll use those holes to put some speakers in. But I put a lot of new parts on it, seal scuff plates, I've painted the door jambs. The hole underneath is still red oxide, but that's now been treated to a good thick coat of Lanagard. So you retain the oxide look, but it's just a clear rust preventative that goes on the top. Put it all in the door jambs, in the scuttles, everywhere I can get it, because the climate's not too great for us in the UK, and these old cars tended to rust for fun anyway, so do what we can to help preserve them. Come the winter time, I will probably put it in a carcoon or some kind of oxygen chamber, just for the damp months over the winter. This week I'm getting the stripes redone on the roof and the bonnet or hood, whatever you want to call it, because there's a couple of creases in it and things like that really do bug me. So they're being replaced this week. I've done again things like pedal rubbers, pedal trims were missing, so I've got all those over from the States. Yeah, lots and lots that have been done to it. I'll give you a quick look in the boot or the trunk. I've put an LED strip light in there, more for functionality than originality, but as you can see, it's very nicely restored. I have done again quite a bit around the boot area, just again surface rust that comes out of these little joints here. Cleaned all the screws up, compounded all the surface rust off, filled it all up with silicone spray, so hopefully help prevent it. I've done full LED light conversion on the outside of the car. I've converted the front marker lights into day running lights. Got some new metal pressed number plates this week. Got the proper bracket over from the States. So yeah, lots of little jobs, but that's it. That's my 1970 Trans Am that I'm totally obsessed with. So thanks, hope you enjoy the video.